right? From Menta. I'm the Director of Marketing Strategy at Menta Network. And so glad to have you over here joining us on a Tuesday morning, right? Post-Trump inauguration. I know everyone's still hype about Web3 space, right? And we're so glad to see already got close to 600 live views right now on Binance side. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. And today we are interviewing two speakers over here. They are James, CEO and founder, Sol Arena, and Kevin, CEO from Sol Arena. We're going to talk about, of course, Sol Arena, right? Your biggest challenge in the arena has begun. And today, James and Kevin, they are going to teach us how to play the game. Let me reveal our speakers over here so everyone could see them. James, would you like to introduce yourself to our audience? Thank you.
Sure. Hi, I'm James. I'm the CEO and founder. I also act as a game director here at ChillChat.
Awesome. Thank you so much, for the short and quick introduction. Would you also like to talk about what Sol Arena is? Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, my watch was going off. Yeah, Sol Arena is basically Snake on Solana. So we are making casual games trying to target the mobile audience. So these are really simple games. If you've ever played Slither.io before or something like Snake.io, you're going to be right at home. You'll be able to play with us today. We're actually going to be live streaming the game, so I've got it up. As we go through this, I don't know, you can let me know whenever you're ready, Moonlight, and then I'll jump in.
Of course.
But the game is actually live now in open beta, so we're going to invite everybody to come on and play with us. So whenever your audience is, I'm not seeing the stream, so I don't know what the questions are, what people are asking, but everyone can go into solarena.io. You'll see what I'm seeing here. You'll be able to select the character. It is Chinese New Year's, or it's Chinese New Year's coming up. So we do even have some Chinese New Year's theme stuff today, which might be relevant for the finance community. But yeah, we'll basically be playing Snake. We've extended the model a little bit, but I'm happy to actually get into it once we start playing. Kind of depending on the format that you want to do, I'll show the game. We'll actually play it and kind of walk through everything together. It's just easier with the visuals.
That is really thoughtful. Yes, well, for a lot of the users over here, right, the Lunar New Year, right? Probably not Chinese New Year because we have audience from all over the world. And actually, previously we did a survey, right? We have in one single session, we could have audience from over 60 different countries and areas from all over the world. So I know some people might celebrate Lunar New Year, right, in Vietnam or and in China or different parts of the world, right? Feel free to jump in. And do you mind to share the link of the website to us? Thank you.
Yeah, it's right here. So Sol Arena, SOLARENA.io. So solarena.io. The game, of course, is called Sol Arena.
Nice. Okay, so arena.io.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Kevin, for adding the web link to us. Yeah, it's really, really easy to letting us to jump in as well. And Kevin, would you also like to introduce yourself, your role at the team to our audience? Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, so I'm Kevin. I'm also based out of Bangkok, Thailand with James, as majority of the team is. Here I am pretty much in charge of operations, BD, and a few other things, but official title COO. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you. Wow, nice. So the team is basically from Thailand, and I can say Sawadika. Yeah, everyone let's jump in. Yeah, started. Well, actually, my dad used to live in Thailand for a while, so yeah, we kind of like love the Thai food, like durian. Oh my goodness, just brought some bags of soft durian candies at Costco the other day. Really, really tasty. Thank you so much for the intro. And let's jumping over here. So what made you guys want to create Sol Arena and also made it a Snake game? Thank you.
Yeah, so maybe while I answer that question, I'm just gonna start jumping in.
Of course.
So people can kind of see. I'm gonna go with Trump since we are post inauguration, just as you said. So I'll go with the Trump character. We call it Challenger, and I'm actually gonna be going with the Trump token as well.
We have a Trump character over here. Make crypto great again. Awesome.
Yes, make crypto great again. So the idea of Sol Arena actually came in 2023 when we were observing the start of all this meme coin mania. And what we really wanted to do was see how we could make a game that could leverage a lot of the degenerate activity that we were seeing happening already through meme coin trading.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of everything just going to kind of KOLs or cabals where people could kind of pump and dump, what if we could make a platform kind of like a trading platform, but instead people could play games, and these should be games that are not super difficult to play, easy to pick up, but difficult to master. And that's really where we landed on Soul Arena. So I've just entered the arena now. I'm playing here as Trump, running around the arena. Again, anyone who's ever played Snake before is going to be really familiar with how to play this. You're going to go around, collect energy, which because of the Lunar New Year, we've got themed as little lanterns. So we've got little green, purple, blue lanterns. We've also got little moon cakes here. Now the moon cakes are actually energy or mystery boxes. So you can gather mystery boxes and you'll get a little ability. So I've just got this boost speed, which will make it so that I boost. I can move very quickly. This is really effective for killing other players. And we do have 8 other people in this server with us right now. You'll see these red coins and these red chests here, which are kind of like angbao, or I think it's
angbao, red pocket or red envelopes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, or hongbao. So I'm Cantonese, so I can speak Cantonese, and we call them hongbao. But your goal is to actually collect as much of this as you can, and it's actually called No Chill. And No Chill is our point system. So if you've ever played a game like Escape from Tarkov, or if your community's got a lot of gamers in it, there's a very popular genre called extraction. So what we did was we combined the Snake model, which is like Slither.io or Snake.io, and we combined it with extraction to give you a mission, to give you something to do, or something to achieve while you're playing. So I'm kind of sitting here on my own, relaxing. I'm gaining bigger size. Eventually, I'll start to run into more players, and I can actually kill them, and I can take their No Chill. And if you look on the leaderboard here, my name is James. I've got 20 No Chill. Let's see. It looks like this guy wants to fight, so we can try to fight this guy.
Nice.
Wow. So he's got a yeah. Oh god. All right. So people can kind of tell when you're going to attack them. They can kind of see you boosting after them. What you really want to do is you want to collect power-ups like this. Okay, so I got move speed now, so I might try this guy again. Move speed is a power-up that increases your movement speed, and I can use this along with boosting to. Oh, okay. Well, I died. So I tried to kill him, but I got a little too aggressive, and he turned back and killed me. So he killed me. Now he's actually going to be able to take my No Chill, and periodically wormholes will spawn, and he can actually then extract that wormhole or extract that No Chill out to climb the leaderboard. And I'll just quickly show everybody who's watching here the leaderboard. So we've got quite a few players. We got quite a few dedicated players. Some of these guys are like cranking in multiple hours a day, trying to climb as much as they can. Wow. So tracking players. So when you go in and you play, you actually have to select a team, and that's where the teams come from. When you play as a team and you extract that No Chill, you'll actually contribute that to your team. And this is kind of what I meant before when I was talking about when you asked me how we kind of integrate crypto or how we came up with the idea.
Right.
It is really to figure out how to bring meme coins together into a game and to take advantage of the crypto network effects that a lot of these tokens have. So you've got communities like Mautai or Bonk or With or now Trump on Solana. And these meme coins often have communities. They'll kind of start these private channels with each other. They'll be talking to each other about how to either bring more attention or alpha related to the token. So we wanted to be able to take all that and put it into a game. So players can actually now come in, play together as a team. If you're on the same team, you actually can't hurt each other. And then you can work together to climb the team leaderboards and try to push your token up to the top. Of course, Trump is brand new, so we just added to the game, I think today. We updated the game today to put in all the Lunar New Year stuff and throw Trump in there as well. So only 8 players have actually tried Trump so far. So some people, looks like they don't know that the Trump token is in.
Wow.
And then ultimately, for now, for season 0, which is what we're in right now, because we just launched our open beta, everyone is grinding and collecting as much No Chill as they can for the airdrop. So we've got our airdrop coming out in March. But let me get back in the game while we keep talking here. So I'm going to switch now. I'm going to just go to Bonk, who plays Bonk character with a Bonk coin.
Nice. Wow. Different characters with different coins. That's really, really smart. I saw people already started comment. Nice game, right? And friends, feel free to join the game. It's solarena.io, SOLARENA.io. Join the game, have fun. So win some rewards over here. And since we talk about rewards, how about let's also talk about how does crypto works in Sarina? Like if they choose the character, for example, Trump, right? And then when they win, do they get the Trump token? How does that work? And how do they collect their rewards? How do our players collect their rewards? Thank you.
Yeah, so I would say this is gonna come in like a 3-stage process. So for the immediate open beta, the crypto element is to collect no chill, compete with the other players that are currently playing, and work towards that airdrop. And that's going to be for our chill token coming out in March. Features that we're building right now are things like high roller mode or the seasonal system. And these will start to add a lot more features as we go forward. So we're working directly with GameShift, which is a Solana Labs team that is helping us develop what we call perpetual tournaments. And this actually allows players to play Solarina for money. So right now we're mostly focused on gathering no chill, but in the future, players will actually be able to wager real crypto or Solana to enter the arena. And they'll battle it out with each other, trying to, well, if you kill them, you get to take their Solana, but if they kill you, they get to take yours. And then to actually take that Solana and take it out of the arena, you need to extract with it. So you can imagine it's like a giant poker table, but with instead of only like, we'll say 8 people sitting on a table, it's a persistently online. You can sit down whenever you want, put something into the prize pool, or you can also get up whenever you want, whether if you die or if you extract. So it's kind of this like live, persistent, constant poker table. But instead of playing poker, of course, you can be playing Snake, and eventually in the future, other casual games that we start to add in. So that's actually the core feature. That's what we really want to build. That's where we actually think the degenerate activity of meme coins is going to really start to come in, when players will actually start playing for real money. But outside of that, because of the really cool art that exists in Web3 and all the communities that get formed around this, we are actually going for a more traditional monetization model as well. So players will be able to collect skins, pull gacha boxes. A lot of those gacha boxes will have limited edition, very rare cosmetics in them. Ooh, somebody just died. Let me just take advantage of this quickly. Just use this to get much bigger. I think somebody killed this guy here. Whoa, okay. So somebody died there. I was able to collect all of his energy, and I didn't get his backpack. I think somebody else got his loot. Sorry, where was I? Yeah, so we'll have monetization through cosmetics, and this is like typical mobile games. You'll be able to pull a gacha box. From that gacha box, you'll get various cosmetics. But I think where we'll differ is a lot of that content is going to be rare or limited edition. And at the end of the season, you'll actually be able to mint that into NFTs, and you'll be able to sell it to other players who maybe missed out on that content. All right, here we go. This guy wants to fight. Let's see. I don't have a very good power up though. Let's see if I can get a better power up. Oh. This guy's playing. Okay, here we go. I got a really good power up. This guy's playing Mudeng. Do you know?
Of course. Yeah, very, very famous hippo from the zoo. Is that called Kyo Zoo? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's
super
funny enough,
popular in Thailand.
Yes, it's a zoo in Thailand. It was funny because I didn't buy it, unfortunately, not early, but I was aware of Mudeng before the token came out, and then I saw people trading. I was like, this can't be real, and I found out later on it was like super popular in Solana.
Right.
I think that happened when we were at Breakpoint. I think it started to really get popular when we were at Solana Breakpoint, because I remember I was in Singapore for that, and that was last year. We actually launched Solarina at Solana Breakpoint. There's some like the game in 5 months and launched it. All right, this guy's screwed. I think I'm just gonna wrap around him. So this is what you can do when you get really big. You can kind of wrap around people, kill them, and take their stuff. So I wrapped around this guy, take his backpack, got his energy. So you can see I'm getting quite big now. And this is where you'll kind of start to get an advantage. You want to get as big as you can, particularly if you guys were playing for real money. You're gonna want to like strategically grow, and then once you're larger, take out a bunch of other players, and then kind of strategically wait for a proper escape. Oh, I don't know what that guy was doing, but I'll just take that. Sorry, actually, for what was the question that you asked me? I can't remember what I was talking about. I'm
yeah. So Yeah, I just had some comments regarding Mudan because I remember it's so popular, and I remember the zoo was called Kyozu because
Oh,
there are
right,
also
yeah.
there are also other meme tokens, right, related to the zoo's names as well. So a bunch of interesting memes were created circling around the hippo family and the zoo. Yeah, that was quite a hype over the
Yes.
crypto space. And of course, we would also like to talk about the coming up launch, right? Because we know there's new NP collection launching around end of this month or early February. Can you share more information with us regarding that? And for example, like the utilities and the price, also which platform that you plan to launch it? Thank you.
Yeah. So the NFTs are going to launch on Magic Eden. So we're partnering with, oh God, what's happening? I got a bunch of small people trying to kill me. Magic Eden is, we're partnering up with Magic Eden to do our NFT launch. The NFT launch is actually it's our second collection. So we have a original collection called the Chill Chat Origins. And now we're going to be launching the Soul Arena Challengers. Challengers are actually what we call the contestants. So we've got this guy here whose name is Bonkster. He's the Bonk Challenger. Obviously, we've got Mudang. Okay, this guy's screwed. Okay, he knew. I still got him in the end. Nice. He knew he was trying to escape. He knew he was stuck inside this giant net I have here. So we're launching the NFT collection on Magic Eden called Soul Arena Challengers. This is a total collection of 1,000 different characters, but some are one of ones and some are kind of repeated. So we've got common, rare, epic, legendary, and artifact. So the artifacts are all one of ones, which would be very rare. All of them are kind of fully illustrated, animated. That we didn't do like the trait swapping thing. All of these are kind of hand drawn by our team, hand drawn, hand animated. But yeah, there'll be 100 total different characters with 5 different rarities that players will then eventually be able to use directly in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it will actually be the only way to be representing certain characters. So right now in the beta, everyone is able to play all the skins that we have. Like I'm playing the Bonk character. But in the future, you will only be able to play the Bonkster character if you actually have that challenger. And then we'll start releasing different NFT or different cosmetics, which will eventually be also mintable as NFTs as we continue through our seasons. All right, I actually need to extract. I've got like way too much energy now. So if you see here, I've got 1,000 no chill.
Mm-hmm.
So this is pretty risky. This usually puts a big target on your back because people, obviously, they want to kill you. They want to take your no chill.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to find a wormhole to extract from. And it would also be good for me to show everybody on stream what extracting from a wormhole looks like. Okay, there we go. So you see a little message here, wormhole is opening. That means that I can now leave. There's a bunch of people around it. You can see the map has got kind of all these red radars. Oh, okay. I gotta go. All right. So that spinning hole that you see there is actually a wormhole, and that's how you leave the game with your winnings. So I was actually able to successfully extract just now 1,057 no chill, which actually might be a personal best for me. It probably is a personal best for me.
Wow.
And so if I come back to the main menu here, you actually see that reflect. I previously had 4K something, so now I've got 5K no chill, which is not very much, frankly. We've got some players that have 1 million no chill. They're constantly playing and farming. Let's switch to who should we play now? Let's go with actually never mind. I'm gonna stick with Trump for post inauguration. Seems like Trump is who we should be going with.
Yeah, thank you for playing while also letting us know about the project. And we also like to know about the token launch plan. Can you share more information with us? Thank you.
Yeah. Also, I was got distracted with the wormhole and everything, so I don't think I fully answered your NFT question as well. So I'll circle back to that. But the NFT collection is launching in March, so we'll be able to, or everyone who has no chill today will actually be able to get take part in the no chill or the chill airdrop. We are planning to do a fully DEX launch, so we're not partnering with any sexes. We're seeing that this is kind of the trend now in Solana. I mean, we can see with Trump, kind of a fully DEX launch, no partners, kind of minimal announcement on their end, just kind of surprising the world with this huge launch. Mm-hmm. So that's probably going to be the route we're going to go as well. It won't be, oh, nice. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. I keep killing people while we're talking here. But we'll be launching in March, going fully DEX on Solana. We'll probably we'll be looking for some Solana partners to partner up with to get it all set up. But then we'll be putting together a liquidity pool and putting out the airdrop and just going fully DEX. I'm personally I'm a big believer in the DEX route, particularly for launches in Solana. It seems to be a very good way to engage the community, which is definitely the most important thing for us. I'm happy to answer these questions while dodging people trying to kill me.
Nice. Thank you so much for letting us know about that. And also, if you could like share any tokenomics or anything with us, that would be great. We could, if you already have, for example, tokenomics graphics, right? That would be great.
I think we probably do have a tokenomic graphic. I'm going to struggle doing that while I play, so maybe Kevin or something can grab that. But we are, off the top of my head, I think I don't want to. I'll let Kevin send a graph or something in case I send the wrong thing. Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah, I just dropped our white paper there, so there'll be more information regarding the timelines that we have for Sol Arena, which would include early February, end of January for the NFT mint, and then also for our token launch, that will be end of March. And with that, you'll also be able to see the different tokenomics as well that we've released on the white paper. And everything that will be updated will be through that white paper link that we have on Notion.
Awesome. Yeah, if it's shareable, that would be great. Thank you so much. And we have our next question over here. So is Sol Arena only available on the Solana ecosystem?
So yes and no. No in terms of if you want to play. So we're opening up Solana for everyone to play. We want everyone to be able to compete with other players and kind of enjoy this meme coin battle. So from a tech perspective, not really. We're going to reduce the friction of the onboarding to really allow anyone to play. They won't even need a wallet to be set up. This is particularly true once we start to move towards mobile, which will be sometime later this year. Really just reducing the friction so everyone is going to be able to, oh my God, I just killed 3 people. That was amazing. I hope that's going to be saved up so I can find that later. So the high roller mode, which is the crypto wagering side of things, that will be fully a Solana chain. I don't want to say tech, but it will require them to be on Solana. But to play the game itself, whether it's for no chill, to just enjoy playing the game and participating with the tokens, no, that will not require you to be on Solana. But if you want to start playing for money, yes, you will need to be using Solana. And Solana, of course, is one of our largest investors. They led the equity round back in 2022.
Ah, nice. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And of course, we would like to know, how do you think Web3 games could be successful in this cycle? Because as we could see, kind of like in this cycle, people are focusing on meme tokens or AI agents, right? What do you think? How are you going to grow Sol Arena? Thank you.
Yeah. So my perspective on this is that Web3 games haven't really been able to hit the mainstream yet because we actually just haven't had enough time. So it takes quite a bit of time for adoption to happen, particularly technological adoption. And the games that people have been trying to build in Web3 have been pretty big budget, all things considered, like for how small the industry is. If you actually were to try to like group how many Web3 gamers exist in one bucket, it's actually not that big, particularly if you compare it to like mobile gaming or like traditional gaming on Steam or something like that.
Right.
So I think in 2021, 2022, the funding that went into these games was massive. And they used massive budgets to build massive games that there wasn't massive player bases for. And that is a pretty dangerous proposition as a business. You usually want to start with a much smaller and right-sized product for the market and then grow as you develop the market. So if you look at mobile games, when they first came out, we would have things like Talking Tom or Angry Birds or Fruit Ninja. So these were very simple games that were like kind of ideally designed for the platform. And they started out very small. They were not made by AAA Activision level companies. They were made by these kind of new gaming incumbents that are popping out with these new ideas that were right sized for the space.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, over time, everyone had a mobile phone in their hands. Everyone started playing games. Now there's more money in mobile games than there is in traditional games. So that is kind of our approach as well. We want to build fast. We want to build small. We want to keep tuning to what the customers like. We want to actually make Web3 integrated into the game. So you can see we've got, of course, here we got Trump. We've got the founder here of Solana, Toli. We've got Chonky, Mautai, Sharky. These are projects within the Solana ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to figure out ways to actually bring the ecosystem into the game or allow players that play the game to represent the ecosystem and take advantage of those network effects that exist in crypto. I look at this a lot like mobile gaming. So when mobile gaming first came out with I'm sorry, not mobile gaming, social gaming. When social gaming first came out, people were making games like Farmville or I think Mafia City or whatever on Facebook. Those games are inherently social. So I think to make a good Web3 game, it needs to be inherently Web3, which means it needs to have communities that already exist within that Web3 network. So particularly in Solana, it's stuff like Bonk or Solana Monkey Business. These are two like really OG. Solana Monkey Business is kind of like the OG NFT project, and then Bonk is probably the OG token project. So to implement these communities into the game so that the community can integrate and then integrate financialization. So how do we make a Web3 game that can always have money involved, but not in a Ponzi way? So we saw the Axie Infinity thing doesn't really work. If your game is popular for a little bit, that's fine. But if there's no new player to sell your stuff to, you end up kind of with a Ponzi scheme. So how do you create financialization that's sustainable? For us, that's kind of that persistent, massive multiplayer poker table that anyone can sit down in and get up from at any given moment, and then merging that with casual gaming. And the reason, again, why we pick casual gaming is because if you look at what your modern human spends the most time doing in their discretionary time, they're either on social media networks where they spend hours a day, or they're spending hours a day in casual games. So if you can combine that casual gaming with those network effects that come with crypto, and you can find a way to financialize all of that, then I think you actually have something that the traditional gaming market doesn't offer. And then Web3 games can actually be better than whatever else we're competing with. And I think mobile games did that, and I think social games did that, right? So social games inherently being social on platforms like Facebook, and mobile games bringing this new touch interface that was, is not something that we had experienced on other gaming platforms. Those actually made those games better for that platform. So for Web3 games to succeed, I think they need to budget correctly. I don't think it's a good idea to spend like $25 to $50 million on a game. Mm-hmm. Building it out, which is going to take you. Game development takes a long time. We actually pivoted from metaverse into like more traditional gaming. 3D AAA quality games take a massive amount of time, a massive amount of money, and a massive amount of people. Mm-hmm. And crypto moves so fast that if it takes you 5 years and $50 million to build a game, by the time your game is out, like you have no idea what the crypto market is even going to look like anymore. And this is like especially true now that we have AI coming out, and we don't know how AI is going to impact the gaming industry. So for us, that means move fast, build something small, build it casual, make it so that a lot of players can play, make it easier to understand, and make sure it's actually Web3. So make sure it actually integrates Web3 communities, network effects, and financialization.
Nice. Yeah, certainly. Well, I also strongly believe that AI will, definitely impact our Web3 gaming space. Just when, right? The time, and also looking for real mass adoption, just like this time, the Trump token, right? Bringing a lot of new users joining Web3 space. And we are going to ask one more question to wrap this up. What is the most challenging things about building Web3 game like Soul Arena? Thank you.
I think the most challenging thing about, wow, holy crap, that guy was flying by. I think
Wow.
the most challenging thing about somebody just like flew by like a bullet on my screen. The most challenging thing about building a game in Web3 is actually probably also the most challenging thing about building anything in Web3, which is that you have to make an amazing product, but you also have to make your customers rich. Communities here are very much driven by how much they profit from you, and if they are able to profit from you, has like a direct connection to how loyal they are to you. So when we build our product, we have to think about how people are fighting over a dev corpse. We have to think about how the community can benefit from this, because that's actually how we build a community for the long term.
Right.
I think in like kind of traditional space, you can just build a product, solve a problem, and you're kind of off to the races. That is not necessarily enough in Web3. So we have to solve a problem. We have to figure out how to make sure that the community can thrive and win from this. And then also that it doesn't become too PvP, because some communities, you get a lot of early players who win, and then they start to kind of gatekeep. You actually see this if you look at the crypto industry at large, right? You see like Bitcoin and then Ethereum and then Solana. Technically, these are all in the crypto space, right? So you would think that this is like a net win that the crypto space is growing in general.
Right.
But what you get is kind of maxis over time, where Bitcoin maybe doesn't want Ethereum to exist, and Ethereum maybe doesn't want Solana to exist. So how does our product kind of continue to survive and not necessarily go into like heads up confrontation with other projects and then continue to grow as an ecosystem? So Web3 is a difficult space, but I think the reason we're all here, yourself and probably a lot of your audience included, is that it's a very lucrative and very liquid space. So if you get it right, you can build a very profitable business in a fairly short period of time.
Nice.
Is that it?
Thank you so much, for
course.
sharing your experience with us. And of course, before we wrap up the session, we also like to check if there are still any additional information that you would like to share with us and we haven't covered yet.
I think we covered about everything. Maybe the last thing I'll just say is, again, Solarina is now in open beta, so everyone can play. All you have to do is go to solarina.io. You just connect your wallet, though we will be smoothing that out, so in the future you can actually just play even without connecting a wallet. We've got our NFT launch coming up in early Feb, I think the beginning of February. I think officially it's February 6th, but don't quote me on that. We'll follow our Twitter, and that's where you'll be able to kind of get the exact information. We'll be doing that launch with Magic Eden, so it'll be on the Magic Eden platform. So anybody who wants to take part in our NFT launch, they can do that. It is a free mint, so no cost. But I do know that the whitelists are going out fast, so you're going to need to figure out how to get a whitelist, which you can also jump into our Discord for if you are interested.
Nice.
And then the token launch coming out in March, which we'll follow up with more details on. Oh God, I died.
Free mint is always the best. Thank you so much for joining us, James and Kevin. Yeah, great to connect with you. And well, good luck on the NFT launch as well as TGE.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going
Thank
to.
you very much for having us.
Thank you. Let's
Thank
keep
you.
in touch. Thank you so much. I actually already wrote several posts about Solarina. Wow, I think last year I really started to do that. So yeah, I've been definitely inviting my community to play the game early on. So glad to finally meeting both of you over here on our Finance Live. Let's keep in touch and see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
See you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much. Feel free to log off our backstage and continue your day. Thank you. And for our Finance Live audience, the replay will be available pretty soon on, of course, Finance Live and our YouTube channel. So if you missed any part of it, no worries. You will be able to watch the replay pretty soon. And let's play some background music over here, because I certainly want everyone to, take some time and play the game, right? It's very easy to find the website, solarina.io. Once again, SOLARINA.io. arena.io. So arena.io. You can start to play the game and start to win. That's the best thing of all, right? Let me play some light music. Let's go.